Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 2 in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. As you can plainly see, I have been doing some work on the farm, clearing a lot of trees, and I have some crops planted. The prep work on these fields has been done. Soil composition. As we can see, everything has been plowed and plowed and limed, and a lot of it. Field 17 is in oats. It has been fertilized more or less 3 times. 15, 11, and 10 are grass, as well as 38, and they are pretty much fertilized. 16 and 18 and this grassy part here. One field, I think this one will, well, one or the other will be soybeans and cotton. So that's pretty much where we stand field wise. I have the proud owner of 500 chickens, and they are producing eggs for me. Nothing like eggs in the morning. Bacon and eggs make a healthy, happy boy. So that's yeah, pretty much where we're standing. As I said, I've moved some trees, made a couple of fields maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah, that's got some more work to do. I want to cut through here, take these remaining trees out, and cut this peninsula, I guess you would call it. Even though there is no body of water, land peninsula. Is there such a thing? Well, I don't care. I'm calling it a peninsula. Yeah, so these here I'm going to cut down and haul them off to the sawmill to see. I know that wood chips are in the what I call the toilet, but we'll see what saw logs are worth. I guess that goes back to my living in British Columbia, Canada, where forestry is one of the leading industries here. So today is mostly, or basically all, about contract work, because as I said before, 17's in oats, 15, 11, 10, and 28, wherever you are, is grass. Now you're asking yourself, why did I plant so much grass? Well, it's a good question. As I look around the map here, I just don't see a lot of grass fields. So contract work is looking like it's not going to give me any excess grass. So I'm going to need my own grass fields because I will sooner or later require grass for sheep and cows in all their forms, as grass, hay, and total mixed ration. So yeah, at present, like I said, contract work, and sunflowers are gone. Soybeans, push comes to shove if I need to buy 12, no. Yeah, canola's not that great. Actually, oats, 10, 1,000 at Richard Feed and Seed Mill, 1,000 going up. That's a pretty good price because if we look here, oats. Oh, okay. They are 11.46 further down the line. Oats are only good for horses, so there's not really that much use in keeping them around that much. Canola's dipping. Barley's for chickens. Wheat is for chickens. Anyway, I can figure that out later. Right now we are into... Oh, they're right there. Cultivating 23. Number 1 is close to home, as is 13. But anyways, we got an hour. We're gonna cultivate the heck out of everything. So let's get started, shall we? Field 1. I think I know where that is. That's out to the road. Hang on right and go on till morning, in a manner of speaking. So I've got an hour. We're going to get a lot of contract work done. Then off camera I will do even more contract work. The same as yesterday. I guess I should, while I'm driving down here, I will stick in some of the contract screenshots that I did from yesterday. One straight ahead, I should say. And as I look around, we may have a lot of work just in this one area alone. Enough work to keep me busy for a while, here and off camera. As I said before, I will slip in the screenshots that I took from the contract work that I did yesterday. They will show how my money has been growing, and I guess I should have put in the purchase of field 18 and 11 and 10. I didn't take a screenshot of that. I guess I should have. For those who are trying to figure out my money trail, I don't cheat money-wise. How should I? How can I prove it to some of the skeptics? I play 6 ashes. At present, there's a farm manager there looking after the place for me, while I am starting in Bucks County. I'm at the point where my bank account is large enough that I can jump on a private jet and go back to England and check up on the farm if I have to. But here in Pennsylvania, as I told you, I'm starting out on this farm, and we're making some headway. Keeping with the present story, my life story here in Bucks County, yeah. Keep you up to date. Looks like a nice little pond over there. as well as something. Haven't been there yet, so I'm not sure what it is. But sooner or later, I will haul something over there to sell, and then I'll find out what it is. It's like that when you start into a new farm. You don't know your neighbors. Uh, the two lads I hire usually, I met them down at the shop where I bought a few of my machines. So I told them that I was looking for a few hired hands later on, seasonal. I told them that during this season they could stay in the house on the well, actually there's two houses, mine and another one, and there's a third I'm thinking about buying, building. But well, hell's another one. If they want to bring their families or whatever, I told them that their wages would not be affected by the offerings of the houses, but I always want them there and ready at a moment's notice. That's why I think it's and it gives a good incentive to workers to have them enjoy their life. Because God only knows, farming, you could be called out at any hour to do basically, well, almost any job. When I get cattle, one of the hired hands will be strictly animal tender, doing the milking, which I could relief milk for him. But yeah, basically the milking, and well, if I'm not handy, he can tend to the sheep or whatever animals I do have. Of course, that's further down the road, but it's always nice to know you got a man there, and he'll be happy. Won't be grumbling because he has to drive to work. He's there. This also allows me to employ him. Well, actually, his duties will all come under the heading of husbandry for cows. That includes milking, calving, herd health, hoof trimming. The list goes on and on and on. Deworming. I mean, any medications. AI, artificial insemination of the cattle. I believe in AI. It saves a lot of time hauling different bulls around here, there, and all over the country. I don't know my neighbors that well, so yeah, I don't want to go striking up a deal to swap bulls. AI is easier, faster, cleaner. You don't have to worry about a bull breaking out or getting nasty with your hired people. And actually, I know that from experience in the real world. I have been attacked upon occasions by bulls. But anyways, back to my life here on the farm. And once I get grass build up, well, actually, I guess I should start with machinery. I think maybe midsummer, or close to the fall, when I do have a crop of grass to take off and the machinery to do it. I don't see any reason to get cows before then. That would just put too much of a strain on the budget. I believe it takes 9 months for a cow to freshen, which is have a calf and start lactating. So I will have to keep them for their for during their pregnancy. In real life, I would, well, actually, what'll happen here too is, or what should happen, I should say, is the calves, the ones I want to keep, will be grown up. Take 2 years. Could be shorter, but I do not believe in pumping them full of steroids and this and that and everything under the sun to grow them up too fast. I think it puts way too much pressure on them, and trust me, they'll get enough pressure just being milked for longer than they normally would. But I believe in being easy on the cows. If they are not producing up to my standards, we just sell them and bring in, or bring in new stock, or buy some, or fine. There's always cows to buy. Try them out, give them a trial, and if they don't perform as I want them to, then they too shall find their way to meat packers or onto someone else who might want them. So that's the way I operate. I like to give a cow a chance. As soon as she comes on the farm, she'll have well, finish her lactation and take a new calf off her and see how she does that year. And if she does not perform that great, well, she is gone, like I said. So that's yeah, that's kind of where I or how I roll, I should say, I guess. Use the young language. But yeah, I mean, most farmers out there who are not cash, well, what I call cash crop, they don't raise animals unless it's a hobby. So, anyway, I wonder if there's something else I could be doing and throw a hired man on this, but I can't really think of anything that needs to be done. Oh, right, chicken boxes. I gotta find a way. I'm thinking of I can pick those boxes up. Maybe finding a small trailer. Maybe in the back of a truck. But then if I want to save those boxes till winter, when the price is through the roof, I should, why is this tractor drifting? Something is going on here. My cultivator's drifting. I don't know why. Must have been caught on a rock, or must have been a rock that's stuck in the tines or something, I don't know. Or are they shanks? Tines, shanks, whatever. I guess mostly depends on which part of the country you're standing in too, or well, actually which country. I mean, some people call harvester or combine, or yeah. I'm not going to argue over terminology for certain things. They like silage. Silage, when I was a kid, was made of corn, and haylage was made of, yeah, that's right, you guessed it, it was made of hay. Silage did not encompass 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different things. Silage was corn or sorghum, and haylage was hay. But I guess maybe nowadays everything changes, so now it's all labeled as, I guess if it's fermented, it's automatically silage. There's no distinction. So yeah, I guess I'll have to keep up with the times. So if you hear me speak the word haylage, you will know it's actually silage. According to some. Not to me, but according to some. So it looks like we're gonna be done here pretty soon. I don't know how I'm going to keep track of the money unless I take a lot of screenshots. I guess when I buy equipment, take screenshots of the purchase and screenshots of custom work that are not in the video. I did that with custom work, but I did not take a screenshot of the purchase of, well, actually the sale of the machinery that was on the farm, and I did not take a screenshot of the purchases of these machines and the land. 18, well, yeah, okay, I've already covered that. Just going over ground that I've already spoken about or told you, so it's kind of redundant. But so I guess I should be looking up my next, see if 2, 3, 4, 5 is up here somewhere. 6013. Keep track of what's going on here. No, 12. Oh, I see 3. It's only $800, yeah, $800, but it'll save me driving however many miles. Can be done fast and quick. So that's what we'll do. We'll pop into 3. Maybe after 3 we can slip into 2. It might come up. And yeah, the less driving, the better. I like it, and the easier it is to not have to cut it out of the finished product. That's the video I'm speaking of course. So I guess we'll pop into 3, wherever that might be. Can't remember. Oh, I see it now on a small map, which is basically just across the road, I guess. So we'll do that, and maybe, as I said before, 2 or 5 will come up. We'll work on the small numbers since they're closer. Any small numbers that there are. Get my fertilizer spreader. Get it rocking and rolling when need be. Roll one. Oh, this is done. And there, that's complete. Now, 27, 13 is close, fairly close, but I want to do 12 is close, 14 is close, 3, 8, 4, and 500. 9's going to be a good peg. Well, let's do 3 first. That won't take very long. Actually, 4 won't take very long either. And that's going to be 1600 or in that area. There's no hired man to pay off, so this is 3. That one right there is 4. Not very big at all. Anyway, every little bit counts. And I don't have to take a screenshot to prove it. I'm here doing it, so. I think that the more I do, the more will come up. And I don't think I don't know, I went through it pretty quick. I was looking at field numbers and not jobs, so I don't know how many fertilizer jobs there are. I can maybe do that once this video is over. Come to think of it, I may try live feed. If I can figure out how to do it. I'm not a computer expert by any means. I did not even own a computer until 2000. I had to leave work due to health. I worked in cedar mills, and for some of you may know that cedar is a highly toxic wood. Just breathed in too much cedar dust, and my lungs are paying the price now. Asthma is a big factor in my life now, and as well as the heavy breathing I do sometimes. This is hard on a cultivator, yes, I know. The shanks are spring steel, but they're in better equipped in a backwards and forwards motion. That's where the spring is most utilized. Side to side or lateral motion, if you will, is just not good for them. Or not the shank itself, but the bolts and brackets holding the shanks on, yada yada yada. It's yeah, not a great thing for them. So I think this is going to take just about all this before she pops up as field complete. Not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're done this. We gotta find field 4, which is, I think, yeah. I'll just slip between these trees and boom, we're in field 4. Now if I can get to these other fields right in this area, I can make some fairly good money fairly quick. Especially if I can get to 5 and 6, I think, or Well, I think, no, 9. It was 9 that I noticed before. That's a fairly big field. It's kind of hard to tell if 6 is cultivated or not. I don't remember doing, well, in the last few days I've cultivated a lot of fields, so now that winter is here, very little to do outside. Fishing I don't do ice fishing. I'm more of a high mountain fly fisherman. That's my passion in the spring and fall. But during the off season now, I do this. I've only owned the PlayStation for approximately a year and a half. It has filled up a lot of my time. When I'm not outside doing yard work or puttering around or gardening or basically keeping busy. Try to keep busy anyway, I should say. It's funny, when you're working you're always wanting time off, but when you get too much time off you probably just don't know what to do with yourself. So field 4 is finished. Oh, what else is close by here? 13, I see. And 12. 8. It's not a big field, but that's on the way. Let's do 9 first. There we go. That's going to be more like, that's 4 grand. So I wonder if I can cut. I don't think this guy's going to mind if I drive over his field. It's not planted. It's not cultivated. And I think we're doing 9 first. 6 is already done. I've done so many, I'm not sure if I did it or someone else did. Okay. Anyway, field is, well, it's field 8. Get my haymaking equipment up and running, or at least bought. The first crop will be dried when it gets ready to harvest. Second crop will be silage. I was going to say haylage, but changed. I caught myself just in time. For those of you out there who want to be 100% accurate, me, I'm old school. I think I have that right since, well, I'm old. Okay, anyway. I think I've only played this map a couple of days, but I'm liking it. It's well, I mean, the continent may not be well. There's no narrow roads. There's no hedgerows. I mean, I don't mind the European maps, but I just kind of wish there's more North American maps. There is, I guess the latest map is now from Brazil, I've seen. A lot of different crops. I mean, I'll probably end up giving it a try, but as far as liking it, well, I mean, I don't like to put something down without having tried it. I mean, looking at a map, is one thing, but you don't know until you play on it. Tight gates, I don't like. Well, I mean, yes, they are a challenge, but I know on the farm that I grew up on, we had ample room to get in and out of gates. And let's face it, I mean, if you're a farmer, you can make your own gate size, make your own gate choices. I mean, what I would like to see, I know on Mercury Farm you could chew up the hedgerows. I'm not saying you should be able to chew up all of them. I mean, but if I was, oh, gee, I'm getting out of the, I'm getting back into real life now. If I was ever to go to England to start a farm, yeah, I would have the excavator and tearing and ripping and slashing and hashing hedgerows, trees, expanding fields. I mean, I'm used to wide open, open fields, open. I mean, if you don't have animals, why put a fence around your field? Trying to keep the deer out, and not so much. Some deer can jump in, well, I'm not going to say a 10-foot fence, but yeah, I mean, they can jump over any fence that is on a farm. So I don't see why you would want to put a fence around your farm unless you had cattle, pigs, sheep. There's another thing, to be realistic, keeping pigs in a barbed wire enclosure is, to me, quite laughable. Another drawback is, for people who may or may not know, that when a pig gives birth, there can be up to, well, anywhere from let's say 8 to 16 piglets. So the multiplication for the pigs is a little unrealistic in this game. As to the time for growth, and well, I mean, I could go on for hours picking apart this, that, the other thing about the game, but that would take the enjoyment out of it. I mean, let's face it, we're here to play a game. I mean, a game has rules, and you have to oh, I missed that sound good. You have to follow the rules, right? It's like any game. I mean, if you're playing baseball, you can't just walk around whatever you want to. You know, it's there's rules to every game. So these people who want to get so fanatical about realism, how come we only have one generic seed for the longest time? And the corn can be up to 15, 20 different types of seed. I mean, sweet corn, field corn, ear corn, silage corn. I mean, you know, days to maturity. I mean, there's so much to farming that there is different types of fertilizer. I mean, there's not one generic fertilizer. Some people may okay, we're going to run into trouble there. Where was my train of thought? Okay, yeah, you have three numbers. Well, I don't know how many of you people have bought fertilizer. There is three components. It's been a long time since I've actually dealt in fertilizer myself. The farmers I usually help out whatever I can. They buy their own fertilizer. They know what they want. But the three numbers are usually a high number in one of the areas will determine what your plant's going to do. Some fertilizers are for production of the fruit, which in some cases would be the kernel of wheat, barley, oats. Another would be corn, size of the ears. Another number will determine plant. We'll go to making the plant bigger. Some fertilizers will leave your plant smaller. For those who are actually interested in it, you can probably find all that information online, rather than have me mouth off about it. It's just, I mean, a certain amount of realism in a game is good. I mean, the graphics are, I mean, astronomical. Especially me, I believe the first computer game I ever saw was the old, what was it, Atari? With the ping pong ball bouncing back and forth. I don't know how many people are that old, but it's my first with computer games. So yeah, that's pretty much aging me, or yeah, giving out my age. But yeah, that's how I roll. So yeah, this is what, a world away from the Atari. I was thinking of, I mean, I've seen the games on the in the stores. I've oftentimes thought about buying, but before I buy a machine, I like to inspect the games. I mean, why buy a machine if the games you're going to get are not what you like to play, right? Why buy something and then have it sit around and collect dust? I've never owned a PlayStation before, but now that I've seen the Farming Simulator game, a couple other games that I like driving, farming and fast cars. Hey, that's me, a redneck. But I mean, you're going to get what you like. It's just that simple. So, I think, I'm not sure, I haven't been keeping track of time here. I will have to cut and add. But I should get myself a reliable timer that will help me better. There you can see my grass is growing. I should look into giving it a squirt of fertilizer in a few spots just to make sure it's catching. Yeah. Anyways, before I run out of time, if you like the video, please give us a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I guess I should say thank you for watching and putting up with me and my ramblings. But I'm just not sure when this video is going to end. I could cut out a little bit of the driving time. I have to add in those off-camera screenshots showing the I guess I could put that at the start. I have to find a thumbnail, add this, that, the other thing. I'm still working out editing. My biggest... Oh, I'm gonna hit that tree. I thought I had enough room, but I guess... Oh well. Oh, I gotta put this bad boy down. Okay. I think I'll keep going and then cut it off when I have to. So that's why I put my sign off, I guess, the like and subscribe and blah blah blah. I hope this is interesting to some people. I just have to remember to stay on story and not delve so much into my personal life. But now that I've covered that, my personal life, we can get back to the story. Ooh, that hayfield looks pretty good. Not that I have the option of picking out alfalfa or trefoil or other grasses, clover. But yeah, the generic grass, I guess we'll call it. I wish we could. Well, I mean, could be a programmer's nightmare if he wants to get that close to reality, but I mean, in all aspects, it'd be how many different seeds types. I mean, you'd almost need a supercomputer to download everything from real life. The different seeds, different so much, different fertilizers, potassium, bone meal, lime, checking your pH in your fields, and oh yeah. Farming sure has changed a lot since I was a kid. That is for sure and for certain. So this field must be just about done. $8:30. When did we start this? 7 something? I can't remember. I guess that should be the sign for me to go by. When did I start this in real, this, yeah. I think we're pretty close, aren't we? Close enough that I think we're gonna have to restart this bad boy. You know, that's a damn good idea.